I'm just using some really nice paints today. These nice big tube paints by Dalmer and Rowney, and they are really nice thick paints. And the only paints I'm going to use today is white and ultramarine blue and red and yellow. And we're going to mix all our colors from those three primary colors plus white. And these are the brushes that I'm going to use today, and that's a Filbert, and that one is a size 12. Now, like I say, all brands have different sizes, so it's hard to tell you the sizes. Just make sure it's a medium, depending on the size of your canvas. I'm using 11 by 14 canvas today. This one here is a 9 by 12 that I did the painting on. I also have another Filbert brush. It's a smaller version, and it's could be a size, paint all over it, so it's hard for me to see the size, but it's smaller, probably a size 6. And then I have an angular brush, any angular brush, and I have a bristle brush. It's flat, or it can be a Filbert, as long as it's bristle. The bristles are sticking out. The Filberts that I just showed you here, they're made of synthetic or nylon, whatever you have there. And I also have a round brush with a pointy top, if you have one of those. If you don't have this stuff, don't worry, we will come up with different brushes that you can use. And I also have a liner brush. So get all your materials together, and that way you won't have to stop and go look for stuff. And that's a flat. And these are also synthetic or nylon. And it's a chiseled edge. And also you might want to have a toothpick. Okay, a toothpick is good to have, or something with a sharp edge on it. Sharp, pointy, stiff edge. You could even have a stylus. It has no brush on it, just a pointy edge there. Okay, so that's the materials you need, and of course your jug of water and your paper towels, your paper plate, your palette, and we will get started. Now the first thing you want to do is put your tape on, just so we have an idea where we're going to do the sky and the water, and we'll have a horizon line, so we'll work with a horizon line. So we leave enough room for our sky and a few little trees up here, which is about a third, so thirds. And then you can do that. So all you have to do is get some white paint and some blue. We don't want the sky to be too dark, we want it nice and bright. And we'll put on some of that first, okay? Just go back and forth, make a nice sky. If you need more paint, go get it. Good. Just put that sky on there. Nice long strokes will help. Nice strokes to fill in the spots. Back and forth. Good. If you have trouble getting the paints to move, just mist your canvas so it's a bit damp, okay? And that will help the paint spread more. Okay, so get lots of paint on your brush, lots of white, lots of blue, so that you double load your brush, lots of paint. That'll make it so much easier to move. Good. Just get that on there. Get our sky on. Good. Keep putting your sky on until you get it smooth. You don't want any streaks. If you don't want any streaks, go back and forth, long strokes. Now this time you're going to take some white and a bit of blue, and you're going to add a tiny bit of red. Alright. And that'll give it a nice color there. Good. Keep putting on your paint. And if your paint is all wet, everything will blend really nice, okay? So you can even go back up into your blue again and come on down. That way it'll all blend together. Nice. Good. There we go. Just coming along. Just keep your paint moving. Nice, beautiful sky. I'm going right up into my sky again. As long as it's all wet, you can go up into your sky, long strokes, so that you don't get any white of the canvas coming through. And get all the paint on so that it all blends really nice. Good. Back and forth, back and forth. If you scrub it on first, as long as it's wet, then you can go back and forth, long strokes, to let it all blend. I'm going to put a little bit of red down here. Just put a little bit of red there, almost a pinkish color. I'll put that down here in the middle. And back and forth, back and forth. And you can even go right up into your sky. It's okay. You'll still keep your blue. Good. That's a pretty sky. Now we'll put a few clouds in the sky. So with the same Filbert brush, just put a little bit of white on the top of your Filbert brush. See? And then just touch and wiggle. That'll wiggle out a little cloud for you. See that? It'll wiggle out a little cloud. So then you can pick another spot, touch and wiggle. Just wiggling out some nice little clouds. Get more paint if you need it, depending on how many clouds you want. Just wiggle it out. See, and it'll give you a little spot. Now whatever's left over on your brush, just touch and move and wiggle. 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 Touch and move. Get more paint if you need to, not too much, because you're only trying to put a few distant clouds there. Touch and move and wiggle. Good. Just little indications of clouds in the sky. Good. Now with your Filbert brush again, just clean it off, and let's make some green. Okay, so we'll just take some blue and some yellow. I'll make a nice green. We'll have it, it's okay to have it a little dark. You can add a little more yellow if you don't want it too dark. Let's just make it a medium green over here. We'll keep the dark green for some shadows. Alright, so that's yellow and blue, make green. Or you can use a green that's already there for you if you have a sap green or a leaf green or any kind of green. A medium green would be nice. And we'll just put on a streak of green right on top of that. On top of your tape, and that will help you get a nice straight line there. Alright, some more green. Go over it a couple of times till you get what you want. This is going to be a little bit of grass in front of the trees that you're going to make. There we go. And if you need to do 2 coats, well, we'll be going over it a couple of times anyway, so we'll be fine. Touch and pull. Touch and pull. There we go. Nice. Now this time we're going to use our bristle brush, okay? It's only a small one. Like I said, depending on the size of your canvas, this could be a size 6. Like I say, it's giving you the sizes. Just think small, medium, and large, because giving you the sizes, all the brands are different. So I'm just tapping into some blue. I'm going to tap into some yellow to make a nice dark green. We're going to put some trees back here on top of that nice green valley that you made. And just tap some different shapes, alright? Got it? Let's see if I can get a closer view for you. So tap on top of the green you already made and make some different shapes. Shape them up. So come across and move up and over. Up and down. Some more paint. So we want to keep our shadows there. Make sure if you have sap green, that's really nice. It's a nice dark green. So make it up and down. Good. Keep it going. Let's go and get some more greens in there. So I'm just tapping. And I'm coming over. And I am going back in to make some shadows and making some different heights. Alright, because you don't want all the trees to be the same height. You want to have some different heights, okay? And we got to have some shadows there to make those trees stand out. So we have to go back in again to make some shadows. Go for it. So either mix blue and yellow together, make green, or you just get whatever you have there. Any dark greens would be nice. And there we go. Good. Let's take our smaller Filbert brush and let's smooth out the bottom of that where we put the grass. Smooth it out so that I know when you go put your trees on, it's all going to go down on top of that grass. So you want it to smooth out. Nice. Good. See? Yeah. Now when you get that done, the trees can be dry or wet, okay, for this part. We're going to highlight the trees. Now, let's get a bit of yellow. Just tap into some yellow, add a little bit of green. We don't want that yellow to be too bright, but we want to be bright enough to have some nice highlights. But those trees are supposed to be far away, so if they stand out too much, you'll end up making them look too close. So on the very top of what you did, don't touch the bottom, don't touch the bottom, just the top, just the top. See that? All right. Just the top. Because you don't want to lose what you just did. All right. So let's just go only at the top. And that'll make your trees a little bit higher, a little brighter on the top. Okay. Touch into it a little bit, but not much. All right, so keep going at the very top of that tree. Just the top. See how pretty that makes it? So, that gives it a nice effect when you do it that way, see? So as you can see those trees, how pretty they are? Because I went a dark first, and then I put the yellow on top. Don't want to blur up on you. There we go. See? all the way across. You got your darks and your mediums and your lights, which is your 3 values. Now next we'll take our tape off. There we go. And we're going to do the whole bottom of the canvas, even though we have all this stuff going on down here. We want to do a background first, okay? So we'll do our water next. So you'll get out your Filbert brush again, or a flat brush. It's up to you. Flat would be nice. Make sure your brush is clean because you want to get the reflection of the sky into the water. So we'll do basically the same as what we did on top. We get lots of white and blue. Nice and bright. Okay, we don't want it too dark. And we'll just do the whole bottom here. Good. Keep putting that paint on. Get up underneath there. That's why you need a flat chiseled edge brush, so you can get under here without, you know, trying to keep your straight line. So if you got a chiseled edge brush, that's really good for those things to get around straight lines. There we go. Underneath here. Good. Underneath here. We're going to be darkening that for a little shadow underneath here. Alright, so we'll do that after. So when you're doing a painting, decide where you want to start and how you want to start, okay? And the way I do my paintings could be different the way you rather do yours. You might want to draw all that out first and then work around everything. If you want to do it that way, it takes a bit longer, but you know, if you want to get, you probably get it more accurate. See your drawing first. Okay. But the way I like to do it is I like to get all my background done first and then put everything on top of that. Good. Okay, keep painting your water. Now if you're finding that the synthetic or nylon brushes won't move your paint good, well, get the brush that I use, the 1-inch bristle brush. That's the bristle brush I was telling you about, the one that I signed. Right? Like I said, you can go look for those in your retail stores or your hardware stores. But it has to be nice bristles like this, where they're not completely flat. They have to be separated. And I think it's natural Bristle. And, well, I sign them in case somebody wants me to send it to them just for a souvenir too, you know, for a bit of fun. And I find that that is spreading the paint so much better than the nylon brush. Look. I was having a hard time and I was like, what's going on? And I realized that it's the brush. It just wouldn't spread the paint. So the bristles, what I just found out was, or are, the best way to spread your paint. Okay? So if you have any problems, switch from nylon to bristle. Now, let's get started again. I'll add a little bit of red to that. Just so we can have a bit of a reflection from the sky. There we go. See, that's so much better. It's flowing so much better. Good. What a difference. I didn't really realize, because I normally use the bristle, but I said doing the video I must try the nylon brush or synthetic, and it wouldn't spread, and I was like, what's going on? Just these bristle brushes are amazing. It makes your life so much easier when you got good brushes. They're only cheap, you know. at your hardware store. You should be able to get them cheap. The only thing is, if you wanted one, I'd have to ship it to you. Then I gotta charge you for shipping, and I hope you can find them in your stores. But if you can't, just let me know, and I'll do my best to get it to you. Now the next thing we want to do is I got the bristle brush here again, because like I say, it flows good, but it's not going to make a good straight line for me. So the best thing that I'm going to do is use this brush to get it started. Now you can use, let's get a nice dark green. Alright, and we'll put that right across the whole bottom. Just the bottom. Now you can tape that off if you want to get a straight line. I'm just going to put that grass on the bottom here. Look at the beauty of that brush. It gives all these different textures to your grass. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I got plastic down there to protect my new easel, but it's just in the way sometimes. Okay. So we'll go back over that again. I'm going to use my nylon or synthetic brush, my Filbert, or flat if you have a flat. And I'm going to put some more green over that to darken it. So just mixing up my blue. Like I say, if you got sap green there, it'd be nice. Alright, but this blue and yellow makes such a beautiful green. I'm having a hard time going back to the already made colors. I like making my own colors. Alright, you might have to wait for that to dry. Let's wait for that to dry if you can't get the second coat on. And just for fun, I'm going to try my bristle brush again, just to see if the dark will go over that. I like to experiment with my brushes just to see what works and what don't. So, I'm just going to try my bristle brush now because it's still wet and I can't get the Filbert to go back over it and make dark colors. So I'm going to try this one. Here we go. Not bad. So what we'll probably have to do is wait for that to dry and then do a second coat. There we go. That's what we'll do. We'll wait for it to dry and see if that is easier to work with. So it's good to experiment, and we're experimenting together, so that's good. You might want to make that bottom one just a little bigger, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that one there is kind of bigger, isn't it? Alright, let's do that. Let's widen it out a little bit. Alright. More paint. I'm using my Filbert again. And I'm going to widen that out a bit more. There we go. See how the paint won't come off? Now I got that blocked with paint. Just look. I'm just going to block it off with paint. I'm doing this to show you the different ways different brushes work. Might as well learn as much as we can. Look, it just keeps coming off. It's just sliding. It's sliding across the canvas. The paint won't come off. It just slides through. And it won't come off. That's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing that it won't come off like that. So now, I'm just going back and forth making a mess. So I'm going to try my other brush again. Bristle. Okay. Try that. And then if that doesn't work, then we'll wait for it to dry and then we'll put some more on. So this is a great way to try different things. Alright, so let's touch and pull. Pull, pull, pull. It's a nice difference. The paint is coming off the brush. It is coming off the brush. The other way it wouldn't come off the brush. I don't know why. It must be the material, I guess. So let's keep doing that. Look how nice that's coming out. Beautiful. Because now you got your darks and your lights. Nice. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm going to put some little bit of yellow there in the center because a bit of light. There's light coming in here, probably from the right a little bit. Let's say it's coming from the right. So I'll put a little bit of yellow in the center here. We'll adjust the light as we go along. I'm going to add a little bit of white too, just to brighten it up a bit more. Make sure all your paint is wet while you're doing this, okay? You can either wait and let it dry to put on extra coats, or you can work with it while it's wet as long as your brush is working for you. If your brush is not working for you, then switch brushes from synthetic to bristle, because the paint comes off the bristles much better than they do with the synthetic. Nice, there we go. Now, and the beauty of that brush is the bristles are separated, so they will spread the paint so that you get to keep some of your shadows. The brush does all the work for you. Great. Try our flat nylon brush, okay? So it's flat, it can be synthetic, nylon. Whenever I say nylon or synthetic or sable, just make sure that you have these nice soft, see how shiny they are? And they spring back, okay? It's nice and stiff. So and it's chiseled edge, okay? See how it disappears when you turn it, you know? Just boom. So let's take that and load it up with our green. I'm taking my blue and my yellow, or sap green, or any dark green. Dark green on your brush, and then take one side of your brush and add a bit of yellow. Okay? So, we'll be over these a couple of times, alright? So now we have to decide where we want these. So with your chiseled edge, you touch and you pull up. Or you can pull down, whatever's easier for you. Touch and pull up. Touch and pull up. So I'm going to get a bunch of those in there. Some big ones. As long as you're on the chiseled edge, it should be fine. Okay. Good. Keep them going. Keep them going. We'll be doing some tiny, smaller ones with those after. We just want to get a bunch of these done first. So we're going to go way up, way up, way up. Maybe some are coming out to the sides. Take some off of the ones you already have done to help guide you. There we go. And do some more. So it depends on how many you want. We need more, we'll put them in. And we'll also put in some smaller ones in between those. Okay. Just get something in there now so we'll know where we're going. Okay. Good. Now you can add your reflections to your trees now, or you can do it after we get this done. So because we already got that much done, we'll continue with the other side and then we'll put our reflections in. Okay, so let's go with something over here. Touch on the grass and pull up, pull out, pull out, pull out. And they're all sort of going towards the center, as you can see. So we'll keep that going this way and that way and out. Alright, so use your chiseled edge so you can get nice tiny leaves. There we go. Like I say, we'll be going over these again. You know, sometimes I notice that some people who are beginners, which I was, and I did the same thing, I do this and then I say, oh, it's done. But it's not. There's so much more to do. You know, you got to make sure you got your 3 values, okay? Right now we're just putting on basically 1 value. Really. And if we get our 3 values, then it'll look more realistic. It looks so nice. Now we're going to put more. I did put green on one side and yellow on the other side, okay? Or I fill up my brush with green on both sides. You can do that. And then you can take one side and put some yellow on it. Just a little bit. Doesn't matter because we're going to be going over these again anyway. So I'm just putting in what I think I want here. Or going by the picture, you know, for a guide. It's not going to be the same as the picture because I want to make my own changes and do my own thing. I don't want to be as, you know, tied to the picture. I don't want the picture to control me. I want to control the picture. Okay, the picture is only there, or the other painting I did, or any pictures that you're looking at, they are just your guide. They're just there to give you some ideas, but don't let it control you, okay? You control the picture. Say, okay, I want that this way, and I want that way. I don't want it the way that is there, or I like the way it is there, so I will go by the picture. But if you try to do exactly the same as the picture, then you're going to be very frustrated. You're going to be, oh, I can't get it exactly like that. How come it won't look like that one? Don't do that to yourself, because if you do, I did it, and I was miserable because I couldn't get it exactly the same way as the picture. So now I decide what way I want it. Now you might need a bit more experience, yes, to know, but if you start now, then you will be able to make life much more easier on yourself for the future. So let's try an angular brush and see what we can get. Just let's try that. Try different brushes, okay? Let's try a nice angular brush. Get some of your colors on there. Beautiful green. I love that. Okay, and I'm going to put some yellow on the top of that angular brush. Let's see. Maybe you could take it and just drag down. Nice little tiny one. See that? Get these nice little tiny ones now. Good. So I'm just going to do a few of those. Angular brushes are fantastic for flowers, branches and leaves, all kinds of stuff. So if you don't have these brushes, when you're out next time, have a look for one. Have a look. With the pointy edge, I use your pointy edge and come down. It seems to be working better for this one. All right. Nice. Isn't that cool? So this brush is amazing. Now that makes them really tiny, but the flat brush makes them nice and wide, so you also need that too, okay? So that's your angular brush. Let's make a few leaves with our angular brush. Get some green on there. Green. Nice dark green and a bit of yellow on the top. So we get a couple of leaves going on. Let's just pick a spot. Touch and pull. Oh, nice leaf. Touch and lift. Touch. If you pull, we'll just get nice and wide. There we go. That's fantastic. I'm telling you, your brushes are everything. They are everything. Alright, touch and pull. Are you there? There you are. Touch and pull. Alright, load up. You may need to load up a few times. You want to make sure you get lots of paint on your brush. Touch, with the pointy side up, push and lift. Wow, beautiful. Let's see where else we can put one. Put them wherever you want to. Whoops, I didn't do a good one. Oh no, I didn't do a very good job with that one. It's okay, you can always fix it. Oh, I made a mess of that one. Look at that, isn't that sad? See if we can fix it. touch and push and lift. That's better. And let's see where else, Let's put one down here, touch and lift. Let's see where else. How about a few down here, touch, lift, touch and lift. We're just going to put them in different places. And good. Let's put them in different places. Good. Touch and lift. Touch and lift. All right. Touch and lift. Just have them falling on the ground. Doesn't matter. Let's try another brush. How about a small Filbert brush? Let's see what we can get with that. Same deal. Put some dark green on one side and yellow on the other. And touch and lift again. See what that happens. Touch, a nice little wall. That's pretty. Touch and lift. Or touch and pull and lift. Experiment with your brushes and have some fun. Right? Just experiment with them. Let's try one down here. I'm going to try this way. This is vertical. Touch, push hard and lift. Right? Now let's try the flat side with the green side down. Let's see what happens there. Touch, pull and lift. There we go. Cool. Touch, flat side down, pull and twist and lift. Touch. We'll do that again so you can see it. Touch. We're going to do it on the ground here. Flat side down, touch, see that? Pull, lift and twist. Give you a little bit of a, and then you can always put some yellow on it after. We can do it later. So the ones over here, I'm going to fix those up. I don't like those. Touch, pull, and twist. Touch, pull, lift, and twist. These are just leaves that fell on the ground or whatever your imagination takes you. Touch. But I don't like what I did there. Pull and twist and lift. Alright, so I'm just going to let those leaves fall on the ground. Probably pull up a couple more here. Touch, pull, and lift. Touch with the flat side. Twist and lift. Okay, I got a couple down there. And maybe a couple more down here. Let's see. Touch, pull, and lift. Yep. These are just big old leaves that are hanging out. They're hanging out. Now try your chiseled edge, touch, pull, and lift. Alright, so you don't have to have those if you don't want to. I'm just trying to show you how the brush works. Good. Now, let's get down to some more stuff. Coming along nicely. Okay, we have two more here in the center. They kind of look nice there, so we'll put those in. So, same deal, green on your brush. Nice dark green on your brush. Okay, and then some yellow on the other side. Alright. Good. Try and get your chiseled edge. And we will, because we want to make them nice and tiny. Now you can use the other brush I showed you too. I keep forgetting the word. I can't even pronounce it. Angular. So you can touch and pull up, or you can touch and pull down. I'm just going to touch and pull down for now. Get a bit of a steadier hand. And I'm going to make the letter V. Just make the letter V. Good. Just make the letter V. Good. That's all you need there. Alright, let's start working on some of the reflections here from the trees. So first of all, we have our chiseled edge flat brush, synthetic, and we are going to make a dark line underneath here, just for an edge to the bank there. Put it on there. You don't have to be perfectly straight, and it can be nice and it can be a bit thick. Alright, don't worry about the leaves. We'll be going over those again. Now you can do this before you put your leaves on, if you want. I'm going to show you all the different ways you can do things, okay? Because there's no right or wrong way. It's just how you can do it that makes you get your work done, or your painting done, easy. You don't want to be frustrated, and it doesn't have to be hard to do a good job. You might say to yourself, well, it's too easy, it can't be very good. But really, if it's easy, then you can add a lot more to your painting. You know what I mean? Because you want to. I'm just pushing through that dark line, and I'm going across there to get that. There we go. See? There we go. Now let's do some reflections. So take your dark green and add some yellow to it to brighten it up. We don't want it too dark because the trees are not overly dark. Just get a medium green and just start putting on some reflections. You're just going to make these little straight lines, okay? That's all you're going to do. We're not going to make them exactly like the trees right now. Not in this one. You can do that if you want. But in this one, we're just going to go back and forth. We're even going to miss a bit of that and let some of the blue come through. Okay? So we'll just go underneath here just to give an indication of reflections from the trees. Good. Good. Hope my arm's not in the way. Good. Now, so the tree comes down a little bit. It's a bit taller in some places. You can bring it down a little taller where the taller ones are, you know. Just make it look a little more realistic. Good. So now we got some reflections for our trees. Alright, you clean it up whatever way you want to. Alright. Now, go back over them until you're happy. Don't stop just because I'm stopping, okay? Because I'm doing a video. When I wasn't doing a video, on my other painting. I could take my time, fix things up. It took me more than 2 hours to do this painting, so don't go thinking, you know, that you should get done faster. So I mean, we have to work on it and work on it and work on it, which I don't want to do and keep you all day on one video, okay? So now we are going to put some blue paint on our chiseled edge brush, clean it off. That's our flat. That's our flat nylon, sable, blah blah blah. And, so put some blue on there, the blue sky color. Let's add a little more blue to that. We want the shadows to be a little bit, these are just ripples in the water sort of. So make them a little darker than the sky, not too much. And you got a chiseled edge brush. Okay, see, it disappears. Okay, let's put some of those ripples in there. Come down and just make little strokes, little tiny strokes, alright? Little simple strokes. Just to give the indication of ripples in the water. Alright. Try to keep your brush chiseled edge, even if you gotta go back and flatten it out again. Alright. Good. So, you know, it's only paint, so you have to try to give the impression. When people look at it and they'll say, oh, that's ripples in the water. What pretty ripples. And all you're doing is putting streaks of blue paint on there. Now, go horizontal, stay horizontal, stay horizontal. Because I know people tend to go down. Okay, so there's some indications of ripples in the water. Now you're going to take a little bit of white. Take some white paint. Wipe it off in your tissue so it's not too much, okay? And we'll just put a few little white lines over here to make it look like it's underwater. A bit more paint if you need it, and just a few little white lines on top of the water, just to make it look like everything's underwater. There we go. Keep it going. Make sure you got a chiseled edge. It's little stroke, 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 stroke. Okay. Little strokes. Little stroke. There we go. Okay, good. I may have to do this video in 1 or 2 lessons, alright? I upload videos 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if I upload this one, this could be lesson 1, you know. If I upload my videos and they're in lessons, then they'll come out every 2 to 3 days, okay? So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when I upload my videos, and hopefully I won't miss those days for you. If I do, they won't be long coming, but so far I've been keeping on track lately. I wasn't doing it in the past, but I find now that we're getting more subscribers and people are following me more. I want to be there for you. I don't want to leave you hanging too long. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? I'll do my best. So much fun. I really look forward to getting these videos up anyway, so it's a lot of fun for all of us. It's more fun because you guys are watching and you're letting me know that you're enjoying it. See, that's not bad, is it? It gives some movement to the water or some reflections and makes it look more, gives it more interest. Some down here to fill up this space down here. How's that? Now you might want to use your chiseled edge brush for that, or your Filbert. Let's try a flat brush for that one, like we did before. Nice dark green, bit of yellow. Alright. Use your chiseled edge and bring up some of these down here just to fill in that space. Alright. There we go. Don't want that to be empty. Good. We leave that spot there empty. I'll put another one here. Good. Put some more here. Put some here. And let's fill up that space. Let's pull up, chisel edge. Alright. Some dark green. It's dark green, so it'll show up. Good. Good, good. Now, that's better. It gives it some nice, it fills it in nicely. Good. Now I like to have my couple of my values, so I like to put my darks in and put lights on top. Make sure that you start off with dark value. Even if you do put a bit of yellow on one side, as long as the other side has dark value, then you can get two values going on, or you might even get your three values all in one stroke, okay? And if you don't, go back over it and go get your three values. Try to see three values in everything you do. Look and see. Do you have your highlight on? Do you have your dark? Do you have your medium? Your dark, medium, and your highlight. Okay. Or another way you can think about it is your dark, your medium, and your light, and then your highlight. Okay. Either way it works. As long as you get those three values, then you're well on your way to a really nice painting. Everything will look three-dimensional. Won't be just a flat old color. See, the more I layer those paints with paint, I layer these, it brings them out more. See? So you can also put lots of layers of colors on your paintings too. But like I said, as long as you got your three values, then whatever you put on top of that is fine. More highlights, more color. Alright? Just get those three values. See? They're pretty. So I'll be putting more highlights on that in a little while. So what we need to do now is put on some flowers. So now I'm going to take my Filbert brush, my small Filbert brush, and I'm going to put green on one side and yellow on the other. And I'm going to, let's see what we can do with this. I want to get some nice little flowers up here. Let's try to touch with the green side down and lift. Oh, that's a pretty one. Look at that. That came out really nice. Good. So we'll do the other side, and let's touch with our Filbert brush, and that is the flat side down. It's not turned this way, like it's not turned vertical. I got it horizontal. So the flat side, touch, I'm just touching, and I'm lifting, and that gives you beautiful little flowers. Look at that, isn't that cool? Nice. You come up with something you really like, you know. And do some of these red flowers here, like these ones that are coming off here. These. Let's do those. As you can see, look at it. You see the dark, okay, you see the medium, and you see light. Now I could put more light on if I want to. There's just three values there. But that's why they look so lovely and puffy and everything like that. So let's start off with a dark red. To make a dark red, all you need to do is, let's see, we'll get you outside. Alright, so a bit of red and a bit of blue. Make a dark red. Let's get our dark value first. Nice, okay. So you're adding blue, but it's more on the red side, okay? That'll give a nice dark red. So on the chiseled edge, start pulling out. Touch on the green stem and pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Something like when you're doing palm trees. Good, and then you do the other side. No, you don't have to do the other side. You can if you want to, but I didn't do that side. Why not? Alright, well, we'll do what I got done. And then we'll do the other side. Pull out from the stem, pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Alright. Pull out, pull out. Get some more color if you need it. This is our dark value. Pull out, and you have it longer if you want. Whatever shape you want, okay? Whatever you like. Alright. Good. I'm putting a little more dark in there. I'm going to bring it a little bit out to this side here. I don't know, give it a fluffy look. Just a little bit. Alright. I might even put a little bit over here. Why not? Now we want to brighten up the medium tone, okay? The medium color. So we use the same color we just did. Add a little bit of white to brighten it up. Not too bright. Whoops. That's a bit bright. That's not too bad. We'll find out. We'll find out. So just go back over what you just did. Just a little bit. Leave some of the darks. Kind of like some fluffy looks. Isn't that cool? There we go. And out. Just do what you did. Follow, but only put it in some places so you can keep some of the darks, okay? Nice fluffy look to it though. I don't know what they are, but who knows? It's our world. We can be whatever they want, whatever we want them to be. Alright. It's a little different than the other one. Well, when you're doing a video, it's a little different. Okay? So, let's brighten it up one more time. Let's say we got our dark, medium, and our light value. Alright, I'm going to go a little lighter this time. We got 3 values. Let's see what happens. Just a little bit. We don't need as much coverage. The sun is coming in through somewhere around here from the right, somewhere around the right side maybe. We haven't really talked about the light coming in yet, but I'm trying to picture where more light is going to be. So let's say the light is going to be sort of coming in from the right. So we'll lighten up everything on the right, darken everything on the left. All right. And let's try that. Alright, so there's some light coming in on this side. Maybe the light's hitting off here. I don't know. You have to be there, you know. You have to actually be there. Maybe the light's shining a little bit down here. We don't know, see, because you're not there. So and we're trying to figure it out on our own, because sometimes the picture that you go by is not what you have in mind. Alright, we'll just pretend. Alright, so we got a really fluffy flower there, don't we? Okay, that's nice. Now, we'll put in some more flowers. So let's try some of these fluffy flowers over here, these purpley flowers. Let's put a couple of those in. Alright, let's try those. Now all you have to do for those is get some purple. Let's get a dark purple to start out. Get our dark tone first. There we go, nice dark color. Let's get our underpainting or first value or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so let's do that. Add a tiny bit of white to it because we don't want it too dark or it'll be black almost. So that's our first tone. Alright, that's our first value. So let's decide where we want them. Let's put one here and one here and one here and one here and here. So mark them off where you want them. and then it'll make it a little easier for you. Okay, so now take your Filbert brush and just tap, 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 tap on top of what you just did, and make a little round fluffy something. You can extend it out if it's too small. Little fluff, 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 fluff. We'll make these nice and fluffy in a minute. That's it. You make them a little bigger if you want. Good. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Another one here. Make it a little bigger if you want, a little higher, a little rounder. Once you know where they're going, then at least then you can make them bigger or smaller. Okay. Good. More paint. More paint. There we go. Good. Now you had to go over some of those leaves that you did, but that's okay. They're behind them now, see? Better than trying to put them in after. So make sure if they're not dark enough on the bottom, especially on the bottom. If they're not dark enough, put some more paint there. Make sure we got our first value. And we got our shape. So you have to have your shapes and your values. Alright, that's nice ones there, good. Now this time I'm going to take my bristle brush because it has all those openings there and it's stiff, so it's going to give me some nice highlights on here. So we'll do our second value, so we'll add some white to what we already have here to lighten it up. Alright, that will be our medium value. Hopefully explaining these values to you helps. So then you just tap on a little bit. You don't want to lose all your dark color, okay? Just tap on the top. Tap, tap, tap. You don't need much paint on your brush. Tap, 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 tap. You say tap, tap, tap in your mind, it'll make it tap. Because when you're in the habit, or you start to move your hand and slide them on, okay? So there's your second value. And now, you don't even have to clean your brush. Get your white. Alright, and get your white and tap into what you just did. If that's white enough. If it's not when you put it on, you can always put on another highlight. But as long as you get these three values, you should be okay. So there we go. Alright. Now I know the sun is on the right. I'm just trying to think, where would the sun hit? Like I said, you're not there, so it's hard. You almost have to make it up, right? There should be some shadow in the back there, so we'll head towards here maybe. Just get some nice, bright, fluffy flowers there, and you can make adjustments later when you do your whole painting and you see it needs more shadow, then you can always put the shadows in after. Okay, now what can we do? We got a couple more we can put over in this corner. Okay, the same deal. Go in this left hand corner. The left hand corner. And we will put some of the same flowers on that side. Now, if the sun is shining over here, maybe we'll make them a little brighter. How's that? That should offset if it's too dark, or if it's too bright on the right. So, yeah, because that's the right hand side, and that's the left, right? And then the sun's coming in, it will hit the right side of the left side. Anyway, I think I better stop. Okay, so let's put a couple of these in here. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, mark off where you want them to first. How many do you want? Do you want a couple over here? I have 2 over here in my painting, but you can have as many as you want. Alright. Nice and dark. Good. Now get your medium value. Just a small filbert. And tap on top of that. I'm just using the filbert for now. I'm just checking out my brush to see how it works best. Medium. And I'm going to use the bristle to put on the highlights. And the highlights go here. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. You can even hear it, I think. Just a little bit on the back there, because it's going to be a little shadowy there. And I'll give it one final little tap here on this one, because like I said, I'm trying to figure out where the sun is making the most brights. Looks like nice. Good. Now, why don't we take a round brush, or any brush that you want, and do some of these lilacs or some of those nice long stemmed flowers. I'm just going to try this brush here. You can try your flat, you can try any brush, as long as it's small enough, okay? And as long as you got the right colors on, you'll be fine. Alright, so make sure you can see all this. Nothing worse than doing something and then you realize the camera wasn't focused on it. Oh, it's wicked. If you have some help, some people have some people to help them do the camera work and things, but I kind of like, I wouldn't mind having somebody help me, but kind of like working alone though. It's kind of nice and quiet. And alright, let's just tap on, just pick one of the stems there, and just tap, 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 a nice pointy edge up there, and we'll come down a little bit. Good. And then just put some white on your brush, and you should get 3 values by doing this. And put that there. And that should all blend together nicely. And that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of my darks back in there, because it's too much white. There we go. I'll show you another way to do these to make it easier for you. There we go. That's a bit better. Good that you can see how you can fix it too, right? You can always fix it. There's the light on that side. Alright. It's a little better. There we go. I'll try another one now with a little, probably a different brush or something else. Let's try over here. Now we might need to bring another stem out there. You notice that the stem is not showing up very well. Like I say, you can make lots of adjustments. Don't that's what painting's all about, having patience and figuring things out. And if you can't figure something out, then you ask for help. You can certainly ask me if you have any questions. I'll do everything I can to help. Alright. I have helped other people, and they actually helped me with a few things too. Things that I didn't know about, and gave me tips and things that even, you know, like I said, beginners. Now some beginners, they may be beginners in acrylic paint, but they may be really good at maybe at watercolors or crafts or toll painting, you know. So that's all to help, because it's all to do with art. Now, so let's put another one on here. So let's do this. Let's take the back of our brush, tiny back red brush. Just try this. This might work. We'll find out. And we'll put some blue and red together, make purple. Blue and red make purple. If you already have a dark purple there, you can certainly use that. So I got the blue on there, and I'm going to dip into some white. And then I'm going to pick a flower. I'm going to put one over here. And I'm going to tap. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. Just tap it on. Now this may not work for you. That's no big deal. We'll try a couple of different things, alright? So, because I want you to see that just not only one way to do something. You might look at some videos and you see, okay, you got to have this brush and that brush, and you got to use this brush for that. And, you know, it might work better, yes, maybe, but it may not work for you. So that's not too bad. Alright. What I think will work with that is probably a nice little, maybe one of our flat brushes, or maybe even the Bristle. Let's try that one. So let's try the Bristle brush. Let's get some more purple paint. Alright, the Bristle brush. Some purple on there. And dip into some white. There you are. And let's try another one. It's only supposed to be 2 in there. I'm going to do another one here. Touch, 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 touch. Oh, look at all these pretty flowers coming out. That's a nice one. There we go. That might work. But it's a bit light, because if the sun is shining, it wouldn't be as bright on that side now, would it? So we got to think. We got to think, okay? We can't just haphazardly put things on there, because it looks so much better if you do it with the shadows and where the sun is coming in. So let's take some of that out. How's that? And then you can put some of your highlights on the back instead, where the sun might be coming down here, right? So just put a few little highlights there. There we go. Good. This one here needs adjustments. Just go back over it. There we go. So that's it's okay. That looks pretty good. There we go. Okay, so let's put in some nice little flowers. They can be daisies. They can be any kind of flowers that you want. Okay, I just put daisies in because it's a little easy for me to teach, you know, to show you how to do painting. But you can take your time doing the flowers and make them even prettier. And so I also have a little butterfly in there that we're going to put in after. Isn't that cute? You can put butterfly there. You can put a bumblebee. Whatever you want, okay? Whatever you want. Now let's make some brown. Now you have brown and you don't want to make it, you don't have to. I'm just going to put a bit of blue and a bit of red together and yellow. That'll give us a nice brownish color. Alright. Green and red also makes brown. So you can make green, which are yellow and blue, and add red to it. So many different ways to mix. That's why I'm doing this, so I can show you how to mix your colors, okay? Now let's decide where you want your flowers. Say we're going to have a daisy here. Just make a little smiley face. Or you can make a sad face. No, let's make a smiley face, because sad face, the flowers would fall down on the other side, right? A smiley face, they can be all around the flower, okay? So, I know, whatever helps to get you to figure things out. So say we want to make a flower down here, so you make a sad face, and that will drag the flower petals down the other way. Take some of my white, and I'm going to, there's a little bit of purple going in there, and I'm going to take my small filbert, and I'm going to go on my little happy face here, and I'm going to pull back, maybe on the chiseled edge, pull back on that, one here, one here, one here, and one here. so we can get it started, okay? And then we will put some more in between. Another one here, another one here, another one here, and another one. A nice big one is what we're making. A nice big flower. Good. Good, good, good. So we're going to have to make 3 values there. We'll do that after, okay? So let's put another one right here. You can do the 4 on each side if you want to, or you can just put them in whenever you want. Whenever and wherever you want, okay? So just put in your petals. And we need to put some shadows there so you can see them. So let's put one in with some shadows. Put some blue, darker color here like this. Take some of the color from wherever you can find some color. And a little bit of white. And then we'll do another one here. Let's take this one as if the petals are coming off the edges here. Petal here, petal here. Just touch and pull. Touch and pull. I mean, sorry, touch. Just touch for now. See what that looks like. You can touch and pull too. Okay. And then you can shape them up. There we go. There's one down there. So touch and pull in, touch and pull in, touch and pull in, touch and pull in, touch and pull in. And we'll put our white on top of that. These here, they don't have enough color. So go back over them with a darker color. We have to have our 3 values or it's not going to look like nothing, only a blob of white. Okay, so let's put our 3 values. And so I'm glad I did that because it shows you that all you're getting is a blob of white, no color. Put in your, just touch and pull in with your filbert. Put in all the leaves, all the flower petals that you want. See, already it's got a bit of color to it. Isn't that cool? And we'll do another one. Let's see, another one over here. And maybe this is coming down too. So just touch and pull in, touch and pull in, touch and pull in, touch and pull in. You don't even have to pull, you just touch. And make sure you push your brush in towards that centerpiece there, okay? All right. All right, with the small Filbert brush, you can also use another brush, whatever works for you, okay? Anything that will work for you. Chiseled edge, you know, anything that's nylon and synthetic, you know, these kind of brushes will work. The bristle brushes may be a little harder to deal with right now on these soft petals, okay? So let's go with our brown again. Here's our brown up here. We made our brown by going into red and blue and yellow. Red, blue, and yellow will give you a nice brown, okay? Red, blue, and yellow. See that? Isn't that nice? Nice brown. Now, let's see where else we can put one. Maybe one over here. A little smiley face if you want the petals all around. A little smiley face here. Maybe a little sad face down here. All right. Make sure you see that. And wherever else you want some. Okay, I'm just going to do those for now. Clean off your brush because it's brown. And then put your purplish color on there, or blue, any color that we can get an underpainting for our flower petals, okay? Maybe even a bit of red, whatever you want, as long as it's got an underpainting. So let's say we got a petal here, touch and pull, touch and pull, touch and pull. I'm making a big one there. Yes, I am. Maybe I'll just put them on top. Touch and pull, touch and pull, touch and pull in all around the flower. I don't know, should I put some on the bottom? It's kind of cute. And we'll do one on the other side. Let's do touch and pull in. Another small one, a big one, and another one here and here. Pull in, and maybe some little small ones on the bottom just to make it. We'll try to get some different shapes to your flowers. If you want to, you can go online and look up some daisies or petals, different flowers, and see the layout of them, and then you can see where the short petals go and the long petals to make them look like they're in different positions, okay? Because you don't want them all the same. All right. Hey, a little sad face down there. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Sad. It's down there all by itself. So let's get that one, and we'll bring the petals down. So you can either touch and touch, touch, touch and pull up towards the center. I lost my voice. Touch and pull towards the center. That's cute, isn't it? Isn't that cute? Oh, it's stuck. Alright, so it's stuck to the paper. Alright, good job. So let's lighten up those petals here now. So let's get some white and touch the tips, pull in. Just touch and pull in. We really need to keep some shadow. Now you can also put purple on one side of your brush. Where are we? Oh, there we are. Purple on one side and white on the other, and then you can take the purple side and the white side and get two colors all in one. Same with here, here, here. Touch and pull over what you just did. Try to keep some of your purple, just so we can have, because I know they are pretty white, but in order to be able to see the white, we have to have it dark. Alright, now you want to put some petals in between that. Let's do that if you want. Get some darker color. Touch and pull, touch, 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 touch. Just to thicken it up a little bit more. And then put some white on top of what you just did. Now when they dry, we'll go over and do some more of those again. Alright. We'll add some more petals and straighten them up a bit better. Okay. Yep. A little crooked there. Okay. Good. Okay, so let's add some white to the other ones. So let's just pick the petals. Start at the top and pull in a bit. I'm just trying to keep some of the shadow color. Want to get our 3 values. Good. Touch and pull. Sort of leave the bottoms dark. Touch and pull. Touch and pull. Touch and pull. Get little edges here, just touch. Take your brush and just touch. Alright. And your little lonely person, little lonely flower down here. Touch the edge and pull, touch, touch, and touch. Oops. I made a boo-boo. Oh well. That's okay. And we got a couple over here that we need to lighten up, so touch, pull, touch, touch, touch. See how I'm leaving the bottoms? And that gives it a really nice rounded look. Cool. Nice. Okay, a little bit here. Here, touching just the top and pulling in a little bit. Good, 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 good. Good. I think that is a good idea. There we go. Now we'll put in some red flowers. Alright, some of those little red ones. put in some of those. Okay, we're almost close to the end of it now. You can do whatever you want with it. If I don't, you know, there's lots more you can do, but I'm just giving you the basics. So I'm going to I'm going to pull in some red, and on both sides of my brush is fine, and a little bit of white on the top. Alright, now I got all kinds of colors here, which is an accident. It might be a happy accident. You'll never know. Let's see. Alright, I'll just put more paint on. Just watch. I get all kinds of stuff going on there. So we're not going to move our brush around, because if you do, it'll get really messy. So pick a spot that you want this red flower with the red side down. Okay, let's see if I can do it over here so my arm won't get in the way. Here we go. That's better. So I touch on top of that. Touch and lift. Now, I had too much water on my brush. I can see the water running down there. See that? So make sure your brush is not too wet. Alright? If your brush is too wet, it can really make a mess on you. It can make a mess, just like I did, right there. But we got a decent, pretty cute little flower going on here. Alright. Let's make a couple more of those. So you can make them wherever you want. You can even darken them up to get another value. So just add a bit of blue to your red and white. So look, I got all kinds of colors going on there. We'll try some different ways to do it. So let's try another one. Say, let's pick a spot. Pick a spot. This is your Filbert brush. Touch and lift. Nice. Let's do another one maybe over here. Touch and lift. Okay. Good. And let's do some more. Let's pick up a little red. If your brush is really dirty, just pick up only red. And we will touch. Decisions. Touch and lift. A little more white. And you want to balance out the painting. You don't want them all in one straight line. You know what I mean? Like, you want them all over the place so they don't look strange. Let's see. Maybe here. Alright. Maybe one. I don't know. Pick a spot for me. Pick a spot. Tell me. I can't hear you. Over here? Okay. Over there then. How about maybe another one right here? Touch and lift. We'll have to put a little stem there for that one. There it is, hiding on you. Okay. Okay, let's put in some extra stems for some of the flowers. Pull through some green, some yellow. Make sure your brush is not too wet. And looks like this one here needs a stem. Touch on the edge where you think you're... Alright, so get darker color green. Make sure your green is nice and dark. And then you put dark green on one end and then yellow on the other side, okay? And then you can put the dark side down and pull. And pull. There we go. Good. Get some more paint when you need it. So you can do this all day if you want. Alright. Even when I finish, you can certainly get more flowers. And I'd love to see your paintings. If you want to show it to me, what you did. And if you can, you know, make it up a little differently than mine, you know, putting your own kind of flowers, and I'd love to see it. I love looking at your paintings, and just email it to me, AllisonPryor@yahoo.com, AllisonPryor@yahoo.com. I have it in the description, I'm sure it's there. That way you can copy it and then paste it into your email, and it'll make it a bit easier. Now, so just adding a few stems, just playing around. There we go. Whoops. Add a little bit of white to that yellow just to get it to brighten up. So, you know, the more stems you add, it should be really nice. You know, it's not going to hurt. You know, just whatever you think. Fill it up. So pretty. I don't really need to do too much with that because, like I said, you know, you are going to do it your way. I'd rather for you to do a lot of these your way. Now, I want to show you, but I'm just showing you techniques to help you get this started. Just think of this as just a starting point. This is not a finished product, okay? I want you to finish it. I want you to add your own stuff. Okay, so I got a toothpick. We have some yellow. I'm going to go into yellow with our toothpick. And on these brown little smiles that we made, we're going to put all little yellow dots, okay? That'll give it the flower the way it's supposed to be. You add more highlights to your flowers, and like I said, whatever you want to do. And look up flowers. Look up the flowers and see where the shadows are and where the stems, and what way the shape of the stems. And don't just follow what I'm doing here, because I'm doing it pretty fast to get this video done for you. So it may not be perfect, you know. I want to get this done for you. And when you're doing a video, I mean, I do see some videos on there. I look at a lot of videos still. I mean, I learn a lot from other people. There's amazing artists out there. And some of their paintings are amazing. And what they do is, you know, because they have, it's not easy doing it all like this. So what some of them have to do is they have to time-lapse it. Because they have to work on it, and then they will show it to you when it's perfected. I don't do that. I just do it in real time. So that's why my paintings may have a few things that need to go in that I didn't put in. Maybe I forgot. Maybe, you know, I didn't get it done perfect. Maybe I didn't put the shadow in the right place at times, because I'm doing a video and I'm doing it real time, and I don't want to spend 4 or 5, 6 hours on a video. You won't watch it. You'll be bored. So at least this way, we get to learn some techniques, and then you learn from other people, from art books. This is just your stepping stone, okay? This is a stepping stone to learning. All these little bits and pieces of techniques that I can give you that I've learned over the years. All right. So I'm just telling you so that you look at it and you say, well, she didn't do this and she didn't do that. It's only because I'm doing a video, and I am just going by the very, very basics, because I'm mostly doing this for beginners, and beginners need to start off easy. See, this is the one I did earlier, so that's, you know, I took my time doing it. It looks pretty good. So now we're going to do our butterfly, okay? I'll do a butterfly with you. So now we have to find a place for our butterfly to sit, okay? So let's say the butterfly is sitting around there. I picked that spot there. So the butterfly probably wants to sit on that flower. So what I did was I drew it out with a pen first. And I tried to get the shape by looking at a picture. So I came up with a shape, like I brought a line down here, okay? And then I came down another little line here, and then I came out, like I made letter V right here. There's your letter V, okay? And I came around and I met up with this line here. All right? So straight line here. Then I made the letter V. And then I came around to meet the front of There we go. Okay, is that the easy way to do it? I didn't know how I was going to teach that, but that's easy, isn't it? So just a straight line, a letter V, and then the other line to meet up with that first line on the end of that first line. And you can have any kind of butterfly, any color you want, okay? So let's get out our little tiny brush, liner brush. I think it might be the easiest thing to work with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a dark color, maybe a really dark ultramarine blue and red. Get a really, really dark color. And put that, I'm going to trim that out here where I did the pen. That was a pen I used. And I'm going to go over that with my dark color paint. And fill that in there. And there we go. Now if you use a pen, you may not be able to erase it, and it might be hard to paint over it, so be careful. Practice first. Practice it first on a piece of paper, okay? Alright, we got the outline done, and now clean your brush and get orange. I'm getting orange. You get whatever you want, alright? So I'm picking up a bit of red and yellow. And I am going to fill that in there. Gotta make it a bit more. I sat the little butterfly right on a red flower, and now the butterfly is red, so it could blend. So that could have been a mistake. The flower would have been better if the flower had been a different color. Because look, I did this here on green. So the green and the red are complementary to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that red flower into green. Alright? Because see how it's not complementing each other. Okay? So we'll do that, and before I do that, we're going to finish off what we're doing here. So get your dark, so you got your orange in, so take your dark paint. Take your dark paint. Pick it up, and we're going to make a line from that pointy edge that we had there. Make a little line, bring it in the center, and then take a couple of lines off of it just to indicate some of these, because butterflies have those little lines, don't they? And take your toothpick, pick up some white on your toothpick, and just dab a little bits of white wherever you want to put them, okay? Some butterflies have some little white spots on them. You know, not all of them, but just gives it a bit of a cute little look. Pretty far away, but this camera that I'm using now, the other one, the battery went down, but this one here doesn't focus really great. That's why I got another one. So hopefully you can see that. Now, I'm going to change that flower. That's kind of thrown me off there now. But it's good to know that stuff, isn't it? It's good to know that, right? So red and green complement each other. It's on the complementary on the color wheel. And as you can see right now, it proves it. That orange in the butterfly doesn't complement the red. So we're going to change that to green. And we'll find it. So I'm going to put green on one side of my brush. My Filbert. Okay. I don't know how this is going to turn out because I think that's still wet, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to touch and lift. There we go. That's better. That'll bring it out better. Yeah, so that'll bring it out better. So the red and the green will look better. Now, I'm going to put another red. Now that I lost that one, I'm going to put red on my brush. And a bit of white. And I'm going to put another one of those red. Let's see, where can I put that one to? I don't know. Let me see. Maybe here. Can you see me? There it is. Okay, I'm going to get more red. I made two white. Touch and lift. Now you got a nice little flower. Okay, nice. Alright, I'm going to brighten up a couple of these other flowers again. And I think I'm going to call it finished. Now, like I said, there's lots more you can do with it. But I'm going to call it finished. We can have a finished painting. So I think this flower here needs a little bit of brightness. I'm going to touch and pull just the top, just the top, just the top, just the top, just the top. Pull in a little bit. There we go. All right. That's good. You can do more with the other ones. They need a bit of brightness. There we go. Whatever needs a little extra work, just go back over it. Do your final details. Your final details will be your highest, brightest highlights. And anything that you need to adjust or fix up, okay? So, not just your highlights, it's anything that needs extra work. You want to add more flowers. I don't know. Whatever needs adjusting. So, like I said, if the light is coming in on this side, I may have too much light on that flower. So we'll go back to darken it up a little bit. Alright, because it should be in shadow. So we'll just bring that down a bit. Because we want it in shadow. We don't want it to put more shadow in there just so it shows that it's over in the shade. Alright, so just tone it down a bit, that's all. So have a look for your light. If there's a bit of light coming in on maybe the edge here, you can put a little more highlight on that. You know, just have a look around and see where you think the lights are coming in. So I think I could do this all day now. I mean, I could keep going and going and going, but I got to end it. I got to say goodbye. Till next time. Goodbye, everybody. Happy painting from Allison Pryor. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.